Guys, how's it going? Thank you for stopping by again. Today we're going to talk about fakes, counterfeits, imitation, whatever you like to call it. If you collect anything, as long as it has the word collect, there's going to be fakes. So you might collect gym shoes, Jordans, the Vans, Nikes, I don't know. And there's countless fakes on that. You might collect Louis Vuitton, and oh my God, there's thousands and thousands of fakes on that part, or on anything. But we're into watches, so the imitations on Rolex, on Breitling, on all our loved brands, they're out there. They're getting better. They're getting very hard to distinguish, and and you got to arm yourself. You got to arm yourself with knowledge. You got to invest time and knowledge, and you have to know what you're looking at. You have to know what your what the key points on certain watches that the tail signs that'll say, oh, this doesn't look right. Now, one thing I tell everybody, if you have a 1%, just that's all you need, a 1% doubt, don't buy it. Go to the next piece. That'll give you 100% confidence that that piece is authentic. Now, we all know, buy the seller, buy the look at the reputation, all of that. That's fine. But guys, I've gone to dealers, mind you, and I've seen the most commonly fake one. I've seen Rolex. So I started looking at it, and then I'll make a deal, and I bring it home, and I start doing cross reference with the band. The bands have serial numbers. Does this band correspond to this case number? Does the movement correspond to this case number? So it all ties together. And then I'll start seeing that it is an authentic Rolex band, but it didn't come out with this watch. So now the watch, even though everything is Rolex, now we're getting into an area that it is authentic. It might have come out with the factory with a two-tone a case and a two-tone bracelet, and now it's all white gold or etc. I mean, there's tons of things that people made on vintage watches that we as collectors have to keep our eyes out for. Now, guys, lately I've been trying to get into coins, and coins is going to be mainly a hobby. I am not going to deal coins. I'm not going to buy and sell. I'm just going to buy and keep and hoard coins. I mean, coins are something. It's one of the areas that I've never been able to learn very good because I've been too busy with watches mainly, gold, diamonds. I've always been into metals. I mean, but every time I bought a coin, I would take it to the melt. Every time I've been buying scrap gold forever and ever. But if you think that imitations are big in watches, on the coin and in the coin side of business, oh my God, there's so many imitations out there that it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. And what am I doing? I'm arming myself. How? With knowledge, with asking asking certain people. I only try to get opinions from one or two people, and that's it. Because if I start going, if I were to buy a coin and I start going into Google and go into the forums are paragraphs of thousands of opinions. So that's only going to confuse you. If if you start if you don't know somebody that really knows their stuff that you can go to, it's going to be very hard because you're just going to be a confused human being buying and never being certain that what you bought is 100% authentic, or or you're just going to be, reading bits and pieces on Google, on wherever you go, here on YouTube, that you're only going to be more and more confused. Now, a few months ago or weeks ago, I made a video about the Rolex. The Rolex I bought for I think $2,000, $1,900, And I got a comment recently on that Rolex, and it said fake. Well, okay. I respected that comment. I respect every comment that you guys put on my videos. And it said fake. And another comment down below said the crystal definitely is not authentic. Now, the person that put fake, they put that because of the crystal, of the Cyclops. Number one, guys, you cannot determine the authenticity of a Rolex with by looking at the Cyclops. Everybody that tells me that, it makes me cringe. You know, it's especially on a Datejust. It's a Datejust is an everyday watch, and these watches are getting new crystals every other day. And a lot of people are not going to spend the $80 to $125 that a new Datejust crystal costs, so they're going to go generic. So if you're looking at Cyclops to authenticate a watch, guys, be very careful because you're going to buy an imitation. I've seen very good fakes with very good Cyclops. I mean, where do they go bad? On the font of the date, that they don't the font doesn't complete the whole space of the date. Where did they go bad? On the font on one of the letterings. I mean, I've seen imitations out there that are just down scary. That if I don't get that watch and spend a little bit of time with it, I it's going to be very hard to detect. Now, where do you send your watches? If you buy a Rolex, unless you send it for service, Rolex doesn't want to see your watch and authenticate it. Rolex is not going to give you a piece of paper that says, if you bought it, especially if you bought it used, Rolex is not going to give you a piece of paper that says it's authentic. You know, but that's what I like about other sides of the business. You know, if I buy a coin, I could send it to PCGS, and they're going to say, you have an authentic coin. If I buy a diamond, I could send it to GIA. And GIA is going to take, and the coins too, they're going to take this coin and tell me it is this grade. So it is in this category. GIA is going to tell me your stone is in this grade and in this category. We have no such things for watches. On watches, we only have opinions. We only have opinions, and usually when I'm buying a watch, it's crap. Once it's mine, it's the best thing in the world. So that's the opinion of a buyer, and that's the opinion of a seller. You know, so guys, you have to educate yourself to create an opinion on watches that will let you be a better watch collector, that will let you be a better watch seller when it comes time to sell that piece and invest in another watch. Now, I'm going to show you a few things that I have here to show you my process of authentication and my struggles that I've grown up with, you know, and in trying to tell people it's good, it's not good, or whatnot. So, guys, I'm going to flip it around. Let me show you a few things I have here. Now, guys, let's start with gemstones. So, gemstones. What's the best way that you could be certain that your gemstone is an authentic gemstone? Send it to GIA. Send it to GIA. Let them tell you, you know, what it is, what it's not, and you take all the guessing game away from it. You know, I mean, we have charts here of gemstones, but a lot of us, we could say our gemstone is here on an SI1 with an H color, and you know, you might promote it as such, but it really isn't. So GIA is one of the companies that will tell you, you know what, your gemstone is this quality, and it's there's no disputing it. I mean, at the end of the day. So I mean, you look at him, you have an opinion, you have an educated opinion, but it's something that you just got to learn with experience, I guess, and how to grade gemstones. Now, authenticating them, okay, you could go as cheap as buying one of these guys. It's just these I think like $12. I don't use diamond testers. I use an inverted diamond, and I'll do a scratch test on all my diamonds that I buy, you know, and but you could buy something as cheap as this to give you an idea, you know, and that's how you got to do. So that's if you're in the diamond collecting or diamond buying arena. Now in the coin world, what if I want to buy this coin at a flea market or somewhere? How do I know it's authentic? Yes, you go to you check the size, you check the weight, and a lot of people do a ring test. You know, I've when I was buying only metals, I would scratch them. I didn't care; they were going to go to the melt anyways. So I melted so many of these back. You know, when I was just buying things for their melt value. So I would scratch them. But if you're collecting them, you don't want to scratch them. You want to conserve them. So how do you authenticate? There's so many fakes of these Morgan dollars. How do you authenticate it? You send it to a grading company, just like GIA. You got PCGS, you got NGC, you know, you got a lot of grading companies. But what if somebody offers you this coin? It's encapsulated. You don't want to really take it out. It's an ounce of gold. How do you know it's gold if they don't want you to scratch it? If they don't want you to do much to it? Just like a diamond tester, I went out and bought a precious metal verifier. This, you just put the coin on top, and it'll tell you if it's authentic, if it's gold or not. Like right here, I want to test an American Eagle and make sure it is. And see right here between the parameters, that tells me it's an American Eagle. So how do I do that with watches? How do I verify watches without the technology, without all the places like PCGS or NGC or GIA for that matter? How do I get a watch authenticated? So I got two of the most fake watches here. I have a Cartier. It's my wife's Cartier. And I have a Rolex. This is my personal Rolex Air King. So how do I authenticate it, guys? Does this make it authentic? When you guys ask for box and papers, does that make it authentic? You can't fake these then? So this will help the value of the watch only because you guys want it to help the value of the watch. Because when I have a watch for sale, the first thing, does it have box and papers? Okay, it does. Does it make it authentic? No, it doesn't, guys. Now, the number one way of making sure it's authentic 100% is buying a brand new. Going to the boutique and paying full retail and buying a brand new. But in the watch world, we don't have a accredited source to tell us other than the manufacturer, but the manufacturer doesn't want to deal with our watches unless we send them for repair. The manufacturer doesn't even want to see our watches unless they're going to do some type of service where they're going to benefit out of the watch. So how do we deal with it? I mean, I send it out. They authenticate it. They give you a serial number with your authentication. You go online, you check the serial number, you make sure it's there. You know, here, let me show you this one. Right here. Big 7-carat ruby. They didn't believe what I had to say. So we sent it out to GIA. What did it come back as? Right here. Synthetic. It took GIA yes, they charged. It was $100 and some, but we sent out the stone. And here we go. Synthetic. We don't have in the watch world these types of places that could accurately tell us your watch is good, your watch is fake. Now, Rolex, I'm confident enough to buy them and know what I'm buying, and I have the experience as a dealer to cross-reference everything and make sure you're buying 100% authentic watch. Cartier, I will not touch a Cartier, a used one, ever again. I don't buy them. I just simply stop buying them because if it's not straight out of the boutique, I just frankly don't even mess with them because even dealers are getting fake watches out there because they look so similar. This watch, the brand, well, this is an old watch, so it's gonna, nobody wants to fake this watch anymore. But there's a ton of fakes of these. But on the new ones, if it's not from the boutique, I don't even touch them because I cannot certify 100% that it's an authentic based on the fakes that I've seen, guys. So how do you make sure your watch is 100% authentic? How do you verify 100% your watch, guys? Tell me. Tell me, do you go by this? Do you go by this? This means nothing because I've seen these fakes in very nice quality also. So this means nothing, guys. Guys, tell me how you do it. I guess this video was more of a question than answers, but I hope you enjoyed it. And guys, if you did, thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.